Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this connector off of here, because we need to get hopefully the 2 wires which are inside there. So just take a pair of scissors, cut that off there. It's hard to see, but there are 2 wires in there. So I'm going to get a standing knife, strip these back, and then with hopefully a red and a white wire. So give me 2 seconds. Okay, so we've trimmed the wire. We've ended up with 2 terminals. You can trim the wires back however you want. I didn't show you how I did it because people are just complain, but we've all got our own methods. So we now need to bare this wire so we can connect this one and this one to something, but first we've got to find out which is the positive out of these 2 wires. Okay, so I've stripped the wire back. I've got a tiny bit of copper braid there and this one completely open here. So let's get the multimeter set up and we'll see which is which. Right, so I've plugged the lead in. I've got this one here running to the negative probe of the multimeter, and the red one running to the red probe of the multimeter. As you can see on there, we've got 6.11 volts coming out. And this is DC, and I've got my meter on the 20 volt range. Okay, so we know that this, excuse the banana, that's my lunch for work tomorrow. So we know that this phone charger is putting out 6.11 volts DC. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fill up a bowl with some water and put the probes in and start the electrolysis. But before we get to that stage, the next stage is you need a piece of metal that basically you don't want anymore. Because when you put it in, this will be connected to the positive lead. The item that you're undergoing electrolysis, i.e. that you want cleaning, will be connected to the negative lead. Then the particles of rust will come across and they will deposit themselves on this piece of metal. So in theory, it will take all the rust off the other items. So when we finish the electrolysis, this will be useless. This was a right angled corner bracket. I bought 5 of them for £1 at the local pound shop, and I've hammered this one straight so that when it's sitting in the water I can have the crocodile clip connected here, but the crocodile clip can stay out of the water. If it goes in the water, it will then attract the rust and ruin my crocodile clip. So that's my plan. Right, let's find the item to be done. So this is the item that we're going to electrolysis. As you can see, covered in rust. We found this in Germany. It's got 2 raised bits here, hole there. Looks like a hole there, but I don't know what it is. We need to clean it up. So this is what we're going to put in. I'm going to drill a little hole in there and fix a screw in it. Then I can have a piece of wire coming up out of the water and then clip the negative crocodile clip on there so that the negative one's not in the water either. Then that should work. Right, let's go and get the drill. Okay, so I've drilled a hole in the side, fit the screw in. Got a very good fit, so that should give me a good point to actually make contact with the item. As you can see, it's quite rusty. It's got these 2 lips running down the side here, so I don't know what these are. I've got 3 of them. It seems to have a hole in the bottom, so we'll see how much we can get this cleaned up. And I'll probably put some epoxy or something in the hole to fill it in when we're done. So right, let's get the wire connected. I'll show you what that looks like. All I'm using for the wire, just a piece of stranded copper wire, which I'm just going to attach onto the end of here. So let me get this all trimmed up and get it on. Basically I'm going to strip the wire back a length here, and then we're just going to wrap it round and round and round and round on there till it makes a good contact on the screw. Right, so there's a piece of wire attached to the screw. So we can just connect the other end of the crocodile clip. So let's get the bowl set up with the stuff in it. Right, so into this Tupperware tub we've added 1 litre of water. It's a 2 litre container, so it's only filled it up half full, which is about what you want. And into this I'm going to add 2 big spoonfuls of soda crystals. Right, what we're going to put in is 2 heaped tablespoons of soda crystals into the water. So they look like this. There's 1. 2. Tell you what, we'll do 3, be on the safe side. Right, there we go. Oh, I don't know. We'll do 4, maybe 5. Can't hurt, can it? Can only fizz. Right, we've done 5. So I've not done this before, so I don't know what we're supposed to be putting in. So this is pure guesswork at the moment. Okay, so we've got 5 in there. So let's get rigged up for the kit. Right, so it's connected up. So we've got the wire going to the item here, running off around here to the negative lead of the battery charger with the positive running around onto here. I've pegged it on so it can't move. And we've already got bubbles coming off of the item itself. And as you can see, I haven't quite got the crocodile clip in there now. So, the time at the moment, it's 20:10. So we will leave that going for probably about an hour. And we'll come back and see how we get on. Right, let's just have a quick look at it, see how it's going. There's the object. Bubbling away. Then we have the plate, which has already got quite a bit of rust on it. Thing you have to be careful of is not touching one against the other, otherwise that's bad. And I can't get this back on there. There it is. Right. So as you can see, there's loads of rust coming off, so it seems to be working quite well. So loads of bubbles going. It's been on now till 2051. So we'll give that a go in a minute, and I'll give it a little go under the tap, see what it's like, and then we'll continue with it tomorrow evening for another hour. See how many hours it takes. Well, you probably can't see that, but there's a few bubbles coming up there, off of there. And then also on this side, we've got all the rust that's been collected. So I'm going to turn this off and we'll give it a good clean. Right, so getting yourselves a little hammer, you just have a gentle tap. Just to loosen some of this stuff off. Obviously don't smash the living daylights out of it. Get out of the way. God, there's always gate crashers. The cat's got in the way there. Right, I think that'll do. I'll put that in for a clean. As you can see, there's quite a bit of stuff that comes off. So we just now got to give that a scrub with a brush. Right, do this several times until you get it really nice and clean. You can see the stuff still coming off. It's coming up quite nicely. You can see the water changing colour. It's going absolutely black. So we've gone from this to this. So you can actually see significantly more detail on it now, although I'm still not 100% sure what this is. So we're going to leave this to dry overnight, and then we'll move on to the next video, which is how to preserve it.